She was very outgoing. She was an exceptional athlete. And all that was robbed from her when she was introduced to opiates and then eventually heroin. So this is the future site of Brooks House Administrative
It's been 2
Office.
years since Kevin Simmers lost his daughter Brooke to a heroin overdose. She was just 19. A drug squad police officer for decades, Kevin used to lock up addicts. Then his daughter became one.
Never seen it coming, never dreamed this would happen. This has reached epidemic proportions and something has got to be done.
For Kevin, that something means building a women's-only treatment centre in Brooks' memory. He says the way to deal with this problem is through more investment in recovery and education.
We're doing it all wrong. For every illness, we're prescribed a pill. There's no education out here. Kids are more afraid to smoke a cigarette than they are take a Percocet.
Kevin lives in Hagerstown, which sits on what's become known as the heroin highway. With opioid-related deaths on the rise, this sleepy slice of small-town America is now plagued by the crisis. This place, Hagerstown, could be any town in America. The scale of the opioid crisis here and elsewhere is huge. In this state, Maryland alone, more than 1,100 people died from opioid-related illnesses in the first 6 months of this year. And so the challenge for President Trump is to come up with workable solutions to contain this epidemic. To some, that means more vocational programs like Ladders to Leaders, which encourages addicts to work as part of their recovery.
Take away free rides to people that are not doing nothing. I mean, there's people out there getting high and they're working the system.
For other addicts like Jamal, that also means changing a system where drugs are often readily available.
I mean, the doctors are the biggest drug dealers. I mean, you know, you can go get a prescription from a doctor, and you got some doctors that's selling it under the table.
The conversation has become to the dinner table, and everybody's now discussing it with their family, with their kids.
It had to get personal for Kevin to face the issue. He hopes his experience will help Americans open up about a crisis which is claiming thousands of lives.
Before, you never wanted to say your daughter was a heroin addict. Nobody would say that. Nobody wanted to say that they had a problem with addiction in their family. But now people are talking to their kids about it and saying, listen, this can happen to anybody. Because I'm telling you, it can happen to anybody.
Regina Vaidyanathan, BBC News, Hagerstown.